Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. We got another Rockets post-gamer. There's actually technically a minute left in this basketball game, so we'll just talk a little bit of shop before we get into it. It's freezing. It's absolutely freezing. Wearing hats like this also remind me of like King of Queens. None of that's really important, but we got about a minute here till this game officially ends, and I'd use the restroom. I wanted to just jump on it. We didn't do one of these for the Spurs game and the Bucks game, so I apologize. We technically did it a day later after the Bucks game, so still trying to do this for just about every game. You're at home tonight against the Washington Wizards, and Cam Whitmore makes his return to the Toyota Center, but it was clear as day the Rockets were the better team, and Washington is 1-10. Okay, I did not realize the Washington Wizards were 1-10. Now they're going to be 1-11. I think Craig Ackerman, the announcer, or one of the commentators, I think he said team kind of reminds him of the Rockets from 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, that's pretty much where Washington is. So my point is, I get it. They beat up on a bad team, but people expect all out of 82 games, and we ranted about this after like the Nets game, and we've ranted after a couple of these Rockets wins, but like, it's a long season. You're not always going to blow teams out. This isn't college football in the first couple of weeks of the season. Like, it's a competitive league. It's a physical league. Players get hurt. You're flying all over, road trips. Players go through their own shit as well. So, love to get a good, meaningful, convincing win. I just tweeted out, which, by the way, follow the Twitter down below. We're still kind of tweeting into the ether, but some of you guys have followed, so I appreciate that. Lost the train of thought. So Kevin Durant was the first quarter guy. All right, Kevin Durant did everything scoring wise in the first quarter. I think he missed like one, maybe two shots. He took a bunch of them. It felt like he had 20. Kevin Durant, a Washington kid, right? He's a DC kid. Like, he's not like twice my age, but actually that's almost rude to Kevin Durant that he would be like 52. But anyways, I'd love to get roasted by Kevin Durant on Twitter. Maybe not. Now that I say that out loud, I don't think I would like that. But it would be better than nothing. Reed Shepard was phenomenal. Tari was phenomenal. All right, let's just get through some team stats. 135, 112, 53% from the field, 17 of 34 from downtown. I remember what I was talking about. I just tweeted it out. My favorite part about the Rockets' offense this season has been, at least in my opinion, they've passed the eye test every single basketball game. You'll have some lapses of scoring, and you'll have some bad quarters, maybe even a bad half. You'll have some bad games as well. But the Rockets' offense, they've passed the eye test, and that has been awesome. And I think it's even evident right there with that stat we just mentioned. They're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA this season. They might still be first after this performance. 17 of 34 from downtown. That's 50%. That is awesome. Everyone was freaking out about the shooting and about the lack of guards and all this stuff. How are they going to be able to space the floor? And 17 of 34, that works for me. 16 of 23 from the free throw line still. What's the NBA average? I feel like every video I ever make about the Rockets for the last 4 years, they've been like between 60 and 70% from the free throw line. Rebounds, they just dominated it. 53 rebounds to 37 for Washington. 20 offensive to 12 offense for Washington. We'll get into player stats in a second. Steven Adams, Tari Eason, and Alperen Şengün each had over 5 offensive rebounds in this basketball game. Only 12 turnovers. Love to see that. 56 points in the paint. Largest lead, 29. Houston scored 40 in the first, only gave up 29. I don't have any fun statistics for you. We saved that more for the long form content, which, by the way, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Thank you guys for all the support on these post-game recaps. I really love making these. They energize me. It's 10:30 here, and it just gives me energy. I thought I was tired, and then I clicked record. So the eye test has just been awesome. Cam Whitmore, he requested a trade to Houston. I don't want to say any ill will about anybody, especially a former Rocket player. I've never seen the dude smile. He competed hard tonight. Let's check out his stat line. He competed very hard. He's got it circled. Played 29 minutes, 25 minutes, had 11 points. Honestly, felt like way more. He was on KD a lot. 5 and 9 from the field. He had a couple of splash plays. Happy for Cam. I don't think he would have had too much playing time in Houston, to be honest with you. I've seen some stuff that he would, but I don't really think so. With DFS and Reed now, but Kogi as well, I don't think so. Kevin Durant finished with 23 points. I would assume, like, literally off the top of my head, I would guess 18 of those were in the first quarter, and from there on out, they coasted, like, 11-point lead in the first. They only were losing by one. That had to have been early on in the basketball game, like first minute or two, and they just kept their foot on the gas. Washington came back a little bit. That's what's, a fun aspect to the NBA in this era is it's so fast-paced, and, even though you're up 29 or 25 points, a team can still come back, or they can at least make it interesting. And kind of getting at the end of the third quarter, Washington did make it a little bit interesting, but it was never like a panic interesting. Jabari, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, steal and a block, 6 of 13 from the field. Şengün joins him, 6 of 13 from the field. I feel like I'm speaking in tongues sometimes when I do these box scores. 16 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists for Şengün, orchestrating the offense, doing his thing, rebounding the basketball. Şengün, I guess not the craziest offensive night. I feel like really outside of KD in the first quarter, Tari Eason, that we'll get to, and Reed Shepard, it wasn't a crazy effort or like no crazy performance. It was just a really good team win. Josh Okogie in 26 minutes, 7 points, 5 assists. Amen Thompson, 18 points, 8 assists, 3 steals and a block. He went 8 of 11 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown. He's like involved in every basketball play. He's so fast. Defensively as well, even if he like over jumps a cut or whatever, he's always around the basketball. It's very fun to watch. He is one freak athlete, and very glad, as we always say on this channel, that he's a member of the Rockets. Jeff Green garbage time, Aaron Holiday, JV Davison, a little bit of Jayshawn Tate garbage time as well. We've been seeing a sprinkle of minutes from Jayshawn Tate in the last couple of games, if I'm not mistaken. 10 minutes from Clint Capella, nothing too crazy there. Steven Adams was a baller in only 17 minutes. 5 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks. 5 out of the 8 boards were offensively. He was a plus 21. I think I saw something on Twitter that people were booing after he got checked out, like in a fun way. I don't know, there's some stuff going on in the kitchen, so I wasn't really paying too much attention to the announcers tonight. And then really the two guys of the game here, Tari Eason, 20 points in 21 minutes, 6 rebounds, 4 of those were offensive, 4 of 6 from downtown. Tari Eason keeps having games where he goes like 3 of 5 or 4 of 6 from downtown. He is shooting lights out. He is an absolute beast. And once again, just sound like a broken record with a lot of these guys where it's like, I am so glad he is a member of the Houston Rockets. I am so glad. People really overreacted after his first game or two. And speaking of overreactions, really I don't know if there's like a player of the game tonight, but if there is, it might be Reed Shepard. I love Reed Shepard so much. He's only 21. He looks like a kid. We say that a lot here. And he has settled in so well. 21 points tonight. I picked him up in fantasy. I had to. He looks like he's going to be getting consistent role. I'm interested to see, DFS eventually. Still a ways away, but in only 25 minutes, Reed Shepard had 21 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. But he went 8 of 11 from the field, 5 of 8 from downtown. He was a plus 13. I think he was a couple off from his career high. He has settled in so nice, folks. He had a really nice steal. He had 2 of them. He had a really nice block, He looks comfortable handling the basketball. I'm not comparing him to Steph Curry, but I do like the way he's patient around screens. He's patient getting to his bursts. He's patient getting to his spots. He kind of like maneuvers. It's almost like Le'Veon Bell as the running back. Like, you can tell the game is slowing down for him. He looks way more confident. He looks like he can actually, and he is running and facilitating the offense. He's passing guys open. He's finding open guys. He's competing on defense. He'll get beat, yeah. But he's making defensive plays. He's getting the stonks, which is a steal or a block. And to be honest, I think he's just been awesome. He had a huge game against the Milwaukee Bucks on Sunday. He had a really nice game against the Spurs Friday night, and he just continues. He's got like, 4 or 5 straight games in double digits, like, 6 of the last 8 games in double digits, something like that. He has really settled in well, and he looks awesome. So, folks, ran out of breath. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button as always, and let me know your thoughts from this basketball game and just the 7-3 Houston Rockets. I don't know when we will see you next. I think it is Friday. Is Friday NBA Cup Day? I don't know if Friday's NBA Cup Day. Probably is. Oh, it's against Portland. Portland on Friday and Orlando on Sunday. Thank you for watching. Peace.